we should when we at Black Rasslin, blackwrestling.com, youtube.com/Black Rasslin, Black Rasslin, wherever you get your content at. One thing we have to do is make sure when there's some black stuff happening in the world of pro wrestling, we got to be we have to give our take on it. And I think this week on Raw, not only did we see one of the best black segments in a long time, but I think it was, I say, one of the best segments on Raw of the year, on Pro Wrestling of the year. I think we've been talking a lot about, I'm sorry, Matt, I'll get to you. We've been talking story for the last like hour and a half, and I think there's not been many better stories than the New Day situation. That on this past Raw, they were celebrating 10 years of the New Day, and I think we wanted to have this conversation. We wanted to have somebody on that could give some insight. So, Brother Fam, could you welcome our guest, Brother Kel Dansby from the corner? Shout out. Let's get some hand praise in here. Let's get some hand praise.
Yeah.
Put the tree up.
It's Christmas season.
Right.
No, what are you supposed to do?
No, it ain't.
When
I got 5 kids.
So
Christmas season starts
early.
You Black Friday, when do you put your tree up?
Yeah, the day after Thanksgiving. Because all the kids are here. See, this is I see how you're looking at me. So all the kids are in
Hold on,
town.
is that on top of a table?
No, it's on the ground.
What's wrong with you? What's that man house? Get out that man house. Get out that man house.
Table.
Oh man.
Wall of credentials. There, yeah, look.
Wildin'.
Don't show him your house. Ignore him.
No, that's my man. This is my man.
Fact. Shout out to Kel. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we have Kel on the pod. Thank you for coming through. How you been, man? You been good?
Good, man. Good. I've been looking forward to this. It was a busy day. I was literally just running here to get home because I had to go to the UFC press conference. I was up at the MGM. I had to cover the Tank press conference earlier today. So
you working?
Yeah, it's nice, like, to be back in wrestling mode for a second because it was all the other combat sports took over my day.
Yo, have you missed? Because I don't know what you guys are specifically calling it, but I know the corner is at least on a hiatus.
Yes.
How much do you miss kind of talking about, what it is that we like to talk about here every Thursday night, 8:35 live? How much are you missing talking wrestling, and how was Monday night for you?
Yo, we miss it. We miss it a lot. Like, it's weird because this was our 10 year for the corner. So I talked to Andreas twice a week for 10 straight years. And it's weird to not talk to someone every week. Granted, we got our group chats. We chop it up. We talk about the shows. But to be face-to-face, like we were in the studio every day or on Zoom or however it is, it feels a little weird. So we're getting used to that. But we're cooking up something else in the background that should be ready in like a month. So that's really kept us excited. And plus our day jobs, we cover combat sports all day. So we're not far away from it. He's at ESPN now. I left ESPN. I'm at several places right now. Shout out to my grandma walking by.
Shout out Grandma.
Shout out Grandma. I'll be watching the fights.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Why I'm doing this. She watches more boxing than me, and I get paid for it. Yeah, man, it's cool to still be around it. I've been writing more for Yahoo and for Uncrowned. So thanks to Ariel, who was like, yo, you want to stay around this? We have writing positions. And I was like, say less.
They moving over there. I see y'all.
Man. Cam dropped another banger of an article about the New Day today on uncrowned.com.
Salute.
So his pen game is crazy. But it's nice to contribute to that. So I do the wrestling predictions as part of the 4 Horsemen of Uncrowned every week. So I give all my pay-per-view predictions for AEW, WWE. They let me write opinionated pieces on wrestling, which is really what I want to do. It's kind of like podcasting. Like, I don't want to interview people. I don't want to break news. That's not my area of journalism. Like,
you just want takes.
Yeah, hot takes, and they just let me be myself. So
they're gonna call it
I get to
goddamn
do
it.
that.
They're gonna call it goddamn it, Kel.
They should. They should. I need
Goddamn
merch.
God damn it, Cal. So speaking of predictions, did you see
Yeah.
what the fuck happened Monday coming?
Facts.
Did you
Good
see
question.
that coming?
Nah, and I was with E a week ago, 2 weekends ago. I was chilling with E. We went to the Mike Tyson fight. We're hanging out there. E and his people, amazing people, had a suite. So I was supposed to be in the press box. Dre was down on the floor. It was limited media seating on the floor. And I was like, damn, I got to be in the press box. And then E was like, yo, come through. Our suite's over here. Went to the suite. It was free food. All the homies in there chilling. I got to see Swerve. I got to see everybody.
Ooh.
Everybody.
Pardon me.
You know, I had to drop that for you.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Hey, get him out of here, man.
Just for you. I had to drop that for you. No,
Hey,
but,
you got Swerve number?
Of course.
Delete it.
We're in the
This is fine. I got a message for you to tell. Look,
Delete it.
so next time, look, start a text message. You tell that nigga.
Throw the whole phone out.
Technical difficulties.
He probably loves the list now. Who knows? But everybody was in the suite. Everyone's chilling. I was chilling with E that Sunday, and we were talking about it. And yeah, he completely just kayfabed me. And when I saw it pop off and he came out, I said, damn, he didn't even tell me he was going to come back full time. Because we were talking about other stuff. And I was like, yo, he's going to hit the road with him? Dope. He's back. He's going to be a manager. And then I was like everywhere else where, yeah, man, I got caught. It was a work. I think it's the best angle, like one-off angle. I'm not counting the bloodline and the story, and that's told over time. It's the best one-off, one-night angle since the Festival of Friendship. KO and Jericho.
Damn, yeah.
It's the best one night. Like you're expecting something, they tease something else, and then they hit you with the third swerve to go in there. Yeah, like it's the best since that.
So you got I guess we should start. We talking about a lot of writing and stuff. When you were talking to Big E, did you talk at all about that Players Tribune article, that sour piece that dropped on Monday? Were you guys had you seen that before he dropped it?
No, I didn't read it. I mean, we talk about stuff like that, like not to go into like detail what we talk about, but when we talk and chop it up, a lot of stuff is like talking about life, like where he is, and it's always funny to me, the power of positivity, like catchphrase, is like a real deal ass thing that he does. Like that's just who he is, and to hear him be so open and so vulnerable in that form and put it on wax, because I text him like that's gonna live forever. And that's where, and honestly, on like the realest of notes, like that's where real positivity comes from.
Yep.
People,
you have to live it.
Yeah, like positivity comes from pain.
Yep.
And how you react to that. Like no one has positivity if everything goes right. That's just life.
Correct.
Positivity is when stuff goes wrong, when you're going through pain, when you don't like your circumstances, when you don't like yourself, and you got to pick yourself up every day. And you got to be like, nah, yo, we getting to it. We hitting the ground. And that's what E is. So anything can happen. There's, stuff as the injury went through and how he reacted to that and the positive nature.
Yeah.
He's positive, but that hurt. Like there's pain, there's rehab, there's something he did for 10 years. What am I going to do next? There's uncertainty, and he feels all that. Like people would be like, well, we wish you the best. I love how you're handling this. He still feels all that. He just chooses to be positive in how he reacts to all that. So yeah, I wasn't surprised by the stuff in the article. It was great to see him be that open and that vulnerable. And honestly, that's a testament to who he is now. All the stuff he went through, the people in his life now, the people who are still in his life, his friends, his circle. He surrounds himself with good people, man. And I noticed that every time I hang out with him, I meet someone else. Johnny Davenport from Our Heroes Rock and does all the gear and all that stuff. I met Johnny like 4 years deep. I was like, yo, this dude is cool. Like, he's just good people. Everyone who hangs around E is good people. Everyone feels like family. And that's because he's just a genuinely good dude. So seeing him be vulnerable, being able to put that out there, man, nothing but the best for him. And I love to see the direction that his life is going in. If you guys weren't on Twitter after this huge turn and didn't see E's girl on there handing out the business, you need to see that. But she's amazing too. So yeah, man, he's happy. He's happy, and sometimes it takes change to be happy.
Yep.
He got a lot of. You talking about surrounding yourself with the right people and change? I mean, he tried. That now we haven't spoken about the event, so listen. They were they had a great video earlier in the night showing a lot of the highlights of 10 years of the New Day. It was all love. It was all rainbows and colors. They got belts out. They got Big E winning titles. They celebrating Kofi Mania. But I noticed, if you notice, Kofi got the most color on, and it's just like hints of color. It's a lot of black and white going on here, and just like with E came out. It's a lot of black and white in this color, but they got in the ring, and it's because at a certain point it sounded like Kofi and X was like, "Hey, this shit been cool, but we gonna break this up," and that's when E said, "Nah, my brothers, we cannot do this."
One sec, Cal.
Talk about it.
That moment, what might be the most triggered I've ever been by pro wrestling. Because
it was deep.
Before E came out and they started being like, all right, well, like they start talking and they this uncomfortable body language, and I was 8 years old again,
right?
And my goddamn mother and father was like, well, look, we ain't gonna make it.
It felt like some divorced parent shit for real.
I promise you, I was in that goddamn townhouse over Pioneer City.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, hold on, they can't do this.
It felt real. Well, but that's why E had to come out and say, hey, I'm trying. Well, E said a couple things, right? He said, hey, until I'm medically cleared, my job is going to be here every week to cheer y'all on, to remind y'all of who y'all are and be y'all manager. And that's when the shit hit the fan. Because for Xavier Woods, he said, now?
You already know. Wait. You knew who he was before he grabbed the microphone.
You saw. I mean, the way he grabbed the mic, you knew it was going to be some shit. You knew it was going to be some shit. But that's why.
Oh my gosh, I was right, cuz I was right. This nigga feelings is so valid. And nigga, where you was at?
That's the thing, right? Shout out to Suplex Online. He dropped a video over the weekend. He was like, hey, if you play with logic, at some point, Xavier Woods and Kofi got to ask Big E. You've been going to all the shows. You've been doing the PLEs. What they say, go back to your desk job. Like, he been doing that. I didn't check when he started, but it's been months since he's been on them PLEs. What's up? I'm sorry. What's up?
They bought a whole nother motherfucking end.
Oh, Odyssey Jones.
Like you bought a whole nother piece in.
Facts.
And you talking about what I'm doing? You bought somebody in to replace me.
We've been tracking this. One of these days, I have to go back through all our videos. Kofi did do that. Kofi did bring Odyssey Jones in because they trained. Remember, Kofi, he was down at NXT. He said, I was working with Odyssey Jones. He got me in the ring. We was back and forth, and now we're gonna bring him. We're gonna help him out. And then Odyssey Jones quietly went away. Things happen. He got booted out the group chat. But it's the story. But I think it's really like at this point when they start bringing up, well. Because Biggie said, I broke my neck And Kofi said, yeah, you broke your neck. So what? Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck. Kurt Angle broke his neck. Edge broke his neck. And they all came back. And when Wood said, talk about some shit that kill you, Wood said, hey, and they didn't have two people with the light on for them. So when they got back, they had something familiar to come back to. I'm like, God damn, Wood's like when you talk about feeling like emotions and like if the shit feeling real.
No nigga playing video games gonna talk to me like this.
He did. He did.
That nigga's the engine. That's the problem.
Facts.
That nigga is the engine.
New Day.
What I'm saying is, how you the engine and you can't get your own shit started?
Stop it.
Because and this is why he's tight. Because he spent all this time helping Kofi get a belt. Helping E get a belt. He put them niggas in position. He the one with the first. He came out in that goddamn white Muslim suit.
Yeah,
that wasn't a good thing.
But he did say
you don't start without the white Muslim suit.
And he said he said
gave them the cachet with
last time I checked
my own money outside of what these niggas doing.
Up, down.
Hold on. E helped the whole white man win a heavyweight championship.
That's correct.
He was already a winner.
5.
Count to 5. He don't won the title in NXT. He don't won an Intercontinental Championship without Xavier Woods and that press.
But
what happened after?
Well, that's the thing. Go back to what he said in the article. It was to a point. He said it was May 2014. He said he remembered to the day. I think it was the Extreme Rules pay-per-view or whatever. He was backstage and they said, "Hey, come back to this room over here. We're gonna try some stuff." And he said that meant we don't know what we're doing. You may be on your last legs, but you got to figure it out right now. And he said it was that day when X tapped him on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, I got this idea."
So who tapped them when the Usos was busting their ass with Roman Reigns?
Uh-huh.
And then they forgive this nigga. Who tapped them then?
Probably Paul Heyman. Say, hey.
So how are you mad at somebody to help you win championships? I don't understand this. This is where my beef at. And I was never on Xavier Woods' side.
Because we won a championship, but when E won a belt, you won a championship because of us. When Kofi won a championship, you won a championship because of what we did. Nigga, I just got a phone. I got a PVC crown. They didn't even make mine out of metal like Gunther crown. They gave me the PVC made junk.
And what happened?
That the Samoa nigga stepped on.
You let a whole man step on.
Not Samoa Joe. Samoan Joe stepped on. You know what I'm saying? In them high-tech boots.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody can't be Diana Ross. Everybody can't be Beyonce.
Oh, Kelly.
Sometimes it is a whole industry for background singers.
Damn.
It is a whole documentary on it. And sometimes you are support. That does not mean that you are not great, but you are great at support.
Did you call him Michelle?
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Michelle is still booked. Michelle is still paid. But sometimes you will support. And the reality is, you in that perm and that Dragon Ball Z hair is cute.
God damn it.
Giving support.
The name of the episode may be Michelle. I'm sorry.
Listen, because I don't want it to go too far, we are not addressing hair tonight at all.
We will take a left turn. Yeah,
I just feel like everybody has a role to play. You know, and in a group setting, I get, from a story perspective, they're exploring this idea and everything, but everybody has a role to play. In every girl group, there's those girls that do background singing. Even in male groups, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. The reality is this. Okay, let's say we give Xavier Woods a belt.
Right.
What's next? Is Xavier Woods going to be as captivating by himself? Because if we keep it 100, no shade to anybody in the New Day, but none of their solo endeavors were really that.
You better watch yourself.
It is what it is.
I like Kofi Mania. I like Kofi Mania during that. I like that run.
I like Big E's run.
I like this direction because
just talk about it.
Keep going, DDM.
Yeah, keep talking about it.
Outside of that, like, let's think about it. They are TLC to me. In TLC, there are people who have specialties, but there is no lead singer. And at the end of the day, yes, y'all have had y'all individual successes, but they do not, in my opinion, overshadow the legacy of the collective.
Wait.
DDM said, just so we're clear, DDM said that the New Day is the TLC equivalent in pro wrestling.
Wait. T-Bars wasn't the lead singer?
No. If you look at and actually TLC is a person.
Usher's girl was the lead singer.
So Left Eyes Woods.
Actually called her Usher's girl.
On TLC albums, so let's think about this. On the first album, Left Eye was the lead voice. On Crazy Sexy Cool, T-Bars was the lead voice. On the last album, you had Chili doing more of the records. In each record, they so that they can reinvent the sound. The New Day legacy constantly got reinvented because they had a new focus. When Kofi Mania happened, they got behind that and they gave a new injection into the New Day. When Big E got his run, they gave a new injection into the New Day outside of the tag stuff. Unfortunately for Xavier, the King of the Ring thing didn't quite work out because nobody wanted that type of crown. Yeah. And unfortunately, the Vince McMahon booking and everything that was going on, you just became a victim. But also, too, maybe you are just support.
See, this wildly disrespectful.
I feel like
I like this. Keep talking.
I mean, I understand the TLC like reference, but like you're saying what they did before the New Day, and I'm not like justifying Woods in here, but like you're saying what they did before doesn't count, because before Big E, like they said, won titles. He's an NXT champion. He's the first Black NXT champion. He's an Intercontinental champion. Woods really didn't do much. Kofi had tons of titles before the New Day. He had a tag team title with CM Punk. Like Kofi did stuff. He had a Jamaican accent, but he did stuff before the group.
Blood Clot Wrestling Podcast. Like, sorry, I'll go. I'll see myself out.
When they make the shirt,
they might be the Locks. Like E is Jada, Kofi is Styles P, and then Woods maybe Sheik. And Sheik got a dope album. He got one, but he got a dope album. But like the individual stuff on the side of that, like they had joints, right? Like they could go solo. People forget E left before the neck injury. People act like E had the neck injury and bounced on him. E already left. He went to SmackDown. They were stuck on Raw. He got his own theme song with Wale, which they don't even play the New Day theme song when he comes out. It's time to get big or whatever. And then Wale starts rhyming. He has his own theme song. He left. They were on different brands. All that happened a year